police and they weren't doing anything, and then finally got someone to help you, then called security of all the hotels.
Hey guys, welcome to my first ever story time on this channel. I did quite a few story times on my other channel back in the day, and you guys always seemed to love them. They were one of the most requested videos, and I haven't done one in quite a long time. And you guys were asking, you're like, Samara, can you please do more story time videos? And I was like, you know what? We're gonna do one today. And I think we've got the perfect thing to talk about that I've actually never ever mentioned before. So this is not only gonna be something new that you guys didn't even know, but I'm also going to be explaining it in detail in story time format. So let me do a little bit of background explaining. If you've already read the title of this video, you're gonna kind of know what it's about. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. When I was pretty young, maybe around like 3, my dad left. So my mom and him got separated or divorced. I don't know what at the time, but he left and he was no longer living with us. So it was just me and my mom. I didn't really have a relationship with him. I'm definitely gonna need to call my mom at some point in this video too to get some like details, because when this happened, I must have been 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, around that age. I was very, very young. I still do remember parts of it very vividly, but specific details I'm going to have to ask my mom because it's a little bit foggy. But let me get into it. One day, I think this must have been for some sort of court date. I remember it being in like a formal kind of hall setting. It was not like we were at my house, we weren't at a park, like this was some more formal setting. But I was there with my mom, my dad was there as well. I think he might have brought his girlfriend, not 100% sure. I really don't remember much about what was going on there. Somehow we ended up going outside. So it was me, my mom, and my dad, I guess, outside. Gonna need to ask my mom for lots of in-between details because I don't remember how we got from standing outside to me being in a car with him, but somehow that happened. We were outside, and then next thing you know, I was in the back seat of a car with him. I was just chilling in the back. I had no idea what was going on. I was just sitting there. I was like, okay, this is a little weird. Mom, help. And we started to drive off. This is the part that I vividly remember. I remember my mom like running beside the car because the door was open. Like my mom had like opened the door, but I was like seat belted in my seat. And my mom was like trying to either like jump in the car or like grab me out of the car as the car was moving. We were driving, the door's open, my mom's like half in the car. They like slammed the door on my mom's arm. And then like she like pulled her arm out, and then I guess the door shut, and then we went off. That part I vividly remember. The whole like arm door slamming thing, I remember so well. That's like the one part of this that I'm like, that happened. Something like that. Like it's kind of hard to forget. It's like a little bit traumatic. I was like, oh my gosh, no, mom. I love how like in this whole situation, like I don't think I was crying. I was just like in the back seat, super confused as to what was happening. I just had no clue what was going on. I was like, all right, I guess I'm going with him, but like that didn't look too good. Very confused. I believe my mom after that was like calling the police, calling like security, like calling anyone she could, but at that time we had already driven off and we were going. We're in the car. Next thing I know, we arrived to this hotel. I wasn't freaking out. I guess when you're that young though, you don't really understand what's going on. Like it wasn't like in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been kidnapped. This is terrifying. I need to get back to my mom. I mean, I must have been 3 years old. I was just really confused with everything because I knew he was my dad. So I wasn't like terrified, right? It wasn't like it was some totally random person that had just grabbed me, put me in a truck and like driven off. No, it was my dad. So I was more just really confused with the whole thing. While I was there, he actually gave me this snow globe, which I kept for a very, very long time. It was like the one thing that I had from him because after this whole thing, I really had no relationship with him. So like the one item that I kind of like remembered him by was this snow globe. We kind of just hung out there, and at one point I remember we went down to the beach. I don't know for sure because I was young and I didn't know what any of this stuff was. I didn't know what any of it meant, but we went down to the beach and everybody, like there was like a group of people that we joined and they were all smoking. I don't know what they were smoking. I was just kind of sitting there and they were all kind of around smoking and we were just chilling. After that, I don't know how long I was with him. I'll have to ask my mom, but I do remember it must have been at least for like a day or 2 days, because I think I slept there overnight. We went to the beach at nighttime, so I must have slept there, and then maybe like the next day or the day after that, I do remember police officers like knocking at the door. Somehow I managed to get back to my mom. Now I am gonna call her and ask her for details, because I mean, obviously she was older when all of this happened, so my guess is she remembers it a little bit better than I did. But I wanted to give you guys my kind of recollection first, and then she can maybe fill in some gaps.
Hi.
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 Hello, I'm filming now.
Oh, wow. Right now?
Yep, right now. I'm doing a story time on when I got kidnapped.
Oh, yeah, I'll never forget that.
And I was saying how like I remember some parts, like I remember like when we were driving away and how like he slammed your, or like your arm somehow got slammed in the door.
Actually, he had you in the car and took off. I didn't even have your seatbelt on, like you were supposed to.
Oh, I didn't have my seatbelt, okay.
No, you were like strapped into in the back seat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess reaching in at that point, trying to get you, and he just started driving away. So my arm, I was like literally leaning into the car.
I remember that.
And actually the door was even, yeah, he flew off with the door open.
Cause yeah, the door was open and you were like in the car, like trying to like grab me.
Yeah, because
I remember that.
LA guys working there were all like freaking out because we were trying to drive off, the door was open. Yeah, so then I had to like basically, I quickly I stepped back, but he whacked, my arm was still in there, so it knocked my arm. And that was like, yeah, I'm probably lucky I didn't dislocate.
Yeah, geez. Your shoulder or something.
Yeah, it was banged up. I had a big bruise.
Yeah, no kidding.
After that. But yeah, that was what happened. And then I think just the way he turned, the door shut. You know, when you turn around and then it slammed and they
it shuts.
So there you go.
Oh boy. And do you know how long I was gone for? Because I don't remember, like I remember being at the hotel, and then I remember like, I don't know if it was like security people or police officers like came knocking at the door, but I don't know how long was I there for?
Well, I called the police, and then they called the hotel and sent, I think it was probably hotel security to the room to make sure you were fine. I didn't know where we were staying, so I was calling on all the hotels. Yeah. And I just knew the area. And by the time they then got there, I guess you were asleep. So yeah, because I remember it was, because that's when we went to the beach or whatever at night, right? Yeah. So it must have. That time I was trying to find you, but yeah, you guys went off. You went to the beach. You said because you met a bunch of people.
Had a little party at the beach.
You're a little girl. I think you're the only little girl there.
Yeah, probably.
So by the time we tracked you down, and we got hotel security to go knock on the door because I couldn't, there was no answering anywhere else. Then at that point, I'm thinking, then I think you were asleep. So then he agreed once you woke up in the morning to return you, and they just said that's fine. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I thought it must have been like a day, but I remember being there at night, so it must have been like at least like one hours. Overnight. Yeah, it's like 24 hours. Well, there you go. Got some more details. There you go. Kidnapped in California. Oh wait, that was in California? Yeah, it was. It was in California. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like here. No. California. Oh wow! Oh, that's exciting. Well, no, that's why I freaked out because we're not. Yeah, we're Canadian. Oh gosh. I didn't know what to do. I was calling police and they weren't doing anything, and then finally got someone to help me. Then called security of all the hotels and. Oh my goodness! Oh, I didn't know it was there. That makes sense why it was warmer. Why we went to the beach. Oh, why you were at the beach? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what beach or where, but yeah, you went to some beach. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know it was there. Yeah, it was California. Well then. Love you, Mommy. I love you too. Okay, bye. Well, there you go. So that's totally new to me. I had no idea this took place in California. I thought it was like somewhere in Canada. I thought it was like somewhere around the area. But no, California. That makes it a little bit more exciting. I was kidnapped in California.
I feel like I should be like more serious about this, but I mean, it was so long ago and I was so young, and I mean, it's already happened. Everyone ended up being fine, so I feel like now we can joke about it a little bit. But I thought I would tell you guys that story just because I've never mentioned it before, and it's kind of something that doesn't happen to a lot of people, so I thought you guys might find it interesting. If you do want me to make any more storytime videos, I know that you guys do, so if there's any ones you have in particular, any certain things you want me to do story times on, be sure to leave them in the comments. Of course, be sure to subscribe if you have not already, and turn on post notifications, this isn't a bell, but just pretend that my thumb is a bell. So turn that on so that you actually get notifications for my videos. Other than that, I hope you guys are having an awesome day so far, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!